Hey guys, welcome back. Anybody who's paying attention to that timestamp on the right knows that I just paused the game for like half a second. Anywho, so now we are going to get an explanation on actual gambits, and you get to actually use gambits, which is awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because his explanation is very long and way too involved, uh, so I'm just going to button mash through this. So, are you guys familiar with if then else programming? Essentially, if this condition is met, then do this, else do this. So that's what you're looking at here. If any ally is below 70% health, use a potion. If no one is below 70% health or then, target the nearest visible foe and attack. So that's how it works. You can get a ton of different gambits. Some of them are kind of weird, like I don't really understand how they may be able to be used. Others are ridiculously helpful. And because of the way this thing's party AI works with the gambits, where you can set it up to do exactly what you want, it has completely ruined literally every other game's AI for me. I can't stand them because I'll be like, okay, I need you to, hang back and conserve your mana. They're like, what? Blow my whole mana bar? Looking at you. What is that game? Dragon Age. There you go. Looking at you, Dragon Age. AI in that is terrible. So you can set whatever you want. Hang on a sec. Let's get some licenses. Balthier is going to be a time mage first. That'll make more sense later. And Fran is going to be a red mage first. Because she's actually a very good mage, but I'm going to pair her with Archer, which she's terrible at because of her animation. Her default thing is Archer, like they show her with a bow. So the animators went a little above and beyond with the animations to make her look super cool, and she's doing archery thing, which actually made her worse because her animation's slower. But going with that, because if you combine Red Mage with Archer and Burning Bow, you can do ridiculous amounts of fire damage, which is super awesome. So this dude, I believe, has hit points down here. Battle Lore, Thief Cuffs is important. So yeah, Balthier comes with Guns 1, because, sure, Light Armor 2, Steel, and First Aid. So because he can steal, I'm going to want to get Thief's Cuffs pretty soon for him. And I'm also going to want to get any magics that he can use. He can also use these Bronze Armors, which we'll actually have pretty soon. So I'll go ahead and unlock that now. And just start moving up the magic tree a little bit. And I want to get him an extra Gambit slot because that allows me to program in more cool things for him to do. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, we do need those pretty soon. And then Fran's service here is going to also go up the magic chain because that's what she does. Also Gambits. I need a bunch of Gambits on her. Because with the mages, you want them to have tons of Gambit slots because they can do a lot of different things. Like there's let's go with that one. Like there's if enemy is weak to fire, then do whatever. If enemy is weak to ice, so you can set up a huge list of spells. If they're they're weak to something, then do this thing. So let's just set this up. Foe party leader target stun. He's always going to be the party leader. So once you go to the Gambit store, you can buy these question mark ones. One of the ones I like the best, which you already have, is foe highest hit points. I also really like foe lowest hit points to take out the trash first. And I'll set one up just to use later. Steel. You can turn them on or off. You can reorganize them so you don't have to keep setting them all up. If you had a touchpad, which I don't on this controller, you could clear it. You used to be able to clear it with select. I think that doesn't work anymore. But that's for when I just want to farm steel. So Fran is pretty worthless to start out with, at least as an attacker. So I'll try to make her a healer. Any party member less than half health, don't attack them. Use Cure. Because Fran comes with White Magic 1 and Black Magic 1. Bows 1, Light Armor 2. So, because she comes with White and Black Magic 1 already, she can do Cure, she can do Fire, some other things that I don't have. But with this up here, that way, if anyone drops below 50% health, she will cure them. Otherwise, she'll attack or steal things, because stealing is super useful in this game. Hang on a sec. Because that's where you get most of your money from. So let's see here. I was looking to see if she had a. Yes, she does. So blind is going to become a serious problem. There is a ally with status blind somewhere, but you don't need to, because if you do any, it will still work. So she'll cure before she does blind curing, and then attack if nothing else going on, or steal. Sorry, not attack. And yeah, I don't need him to steal. So there we go, and they start one level higher than I am. That's why I did the Dusty of farming. And we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and save it. Probably not much need to save, but sure. And later those Gambits are going to get completely out of hand. There'll be a full page of them. Those are some soldiers you can click on for storyline. Whatever, that I don't care. Here's the cool little urn. Now I have a map of the Garum Scythe Waterway. This place is a little bit of a nightmare. There's some things you do later where you gotta run back and forth and open sluice gates and I've done that part probably 3 times now, but I will probably still look up a guide for it, because man, if I do end up using a guide, I will most definitely credit whoever's guide I use, probably Fuzzfinger Gaming. Really like his Final Fantasy content. That was a gun we just picked up. Guns are interesting in this game. They kind of suck. Like if you look at their stats, they're very meh compared to a lot of stuff. But the thing with guns though is they ignore defense or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I think it's ignore defense or ignore the skill required to use them. Something. I'm messing that up. Anyway. The reason to use them is people who would otherwise not be able to do anything for damage can actually do pretty decent with guns. So now that I have Fran stealing, she's getting me all kinds of extra loot. And I have actual Gambits, so I have her set to heal if we get weak. I don't really need to worry about much. I can just blitz through this place and, I mean, game will almost play itself with only a few Gambits available. These big frogs have quite a few hit points. Eye drops are because you're gonna go blind. What else is pretty cool about the way the Gambits work is, like, say she's in the process of stealing or in the process of curing somebody's blind status. If anyone drops below 50% hit points, she will immediately change what she's doing and cure instead. So you do lose a bit of like action potential or whatever, because she stops what she's doing to do something else. It cancels the action halfway through. But, I mean, you would do that yourself anyway if you were doing everything manually. Let's make this go faster. Yeah. Go check all the dead ends. There's a chest on that one. Chest. Barrel, more like it. 52 bucks. Woo. There's the oaken pole I was talking about. But I don't have a monk, so it doesn't really matter. Where to? Nothing there. That's one thing about going 4 times faster is you have kind of a hard time controlling your party. So there's an upcoming boss fight here. But, like I said, the way the Gambits and everything are set up, it pretty much plays itself.
Who would be next?
Close ranks, bring her down.
Jump down! Hurry!
She's not alone.
Our ranks grow by the hour.
And our troubles with them.
Yeah, so if we got some Imperial Swordsmen to deal with, not a problem. Another Gambit that I really like is highest max MP. Set that as the first one.
You alright?
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn. And this is Balthier, and hey! What's your name?
Amalia.
Amalia, huh? Nice to meet you.
There were others with me. I'm sorry. No.
Huh?
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
You should come with us. Better than being by yourself.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
Means you're not good with the ladies. Anyway, yeah, I was saying is the highest MP as the first attack priority Gambit is really useful for taking out those super annoying casters.
The situation requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves. I shall accompany you until we find my companions, no longer.
Let's think of her as a guest then. Unlike Fran or myself, our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers. I doubt we'll find her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
So yeah, you get guest characters throughout the game several times, and you can use them to totally cheese stuff.
Well, what are we waiting for?
This is true, but you can still set guest gambits. One thing you want to do is if you get a guest, you want to check their gambits. If there's a thing where they're using an item, that's not their items, they're using yours. You might want to tell them to knock that off. So she will now be curing as well before she does any attacking. So I may want to adjust Fran's to a lower hit point threshold, but we'll just go on. We may end up needing double heals because this is about to get crazy. Blobs. Okay, so slime enemies in this game are super annoying. They're generally pretty resistant to physical attacks. And as far as what magic attack works on them is basically anyone's guess unless you got Libra. In this case we do, and they're weak to fire. So if I wanted, I could have Fran use her black magic. Watching the guy she's throwing fire at. And she just cooked that thing and nearly died in one hit. Let's attack the one that's about to go down. And we'll just keep cycling through having Fran torch these guys. Well, let's see which one has more hit points. That one. And she cooked that thing. Let's have her do the boss. This is working out much better than when I was messing around earlier. Earlier I got, everybody got blinded, couldn't hit anything, it was annoying. So this is one of the bosses I was talking about where if you return to Mont Blanc, he'll give you rewards for doing cool things, storyline bosses being one of them. Boss fights are unfortunately the only time you get the sweet victory music and everything. Of course, I guess it'd be annoying if they did that after every single fight in this game. They'll do different poses depending on the weapons they have and stuff. It's pretty cool. So now we are free to pick some stuff up. Phoenix down. Those are good for their intended purpose. I don't think we're gonna be doing Dusty anymore. There's another spot that's really good actually. If you guys played this game before, you know what I'm talking about. Spot on the bridge in the mines. Pretty much every enemy is going to have some kind of weakness. In the case of a lot of them, getting hit in the face a bunch of times, you know, they're pretty weak to that. Interesting. Don't recall getting that fang out of there before. Just looking, checking all the dead ends. Never know what cool stuff you might find, or absolutely worthless garbage because of RNG. Bow gun. That's interesting. I did not find that last time either. I know different things can appear in these chests. I used to have a list of them a couple years back, but now it's whatever. Who can use that though? So if you look at the list there on the right, the short bow can be used by Fran and no one else, so forth so on. And if you go down to the bowgun here, you see that there's a dot under Balthier's thing, but it's not lit up green, his color. That's because he can use it, he just doesn't have the license for it. So if you go get Crossbows 1, he could use that and get a significant upgrade to his power. So how about we do that? Right there. And he can also use the head guard and the leather. I don't know why it didn't upgrade his weapon. Okay, I'm very confused. License needed. Okay. Oh, because I don't have ammunition. It says it on the top of the screen. I'm dumb. So that would be bolts, I believe. Let's see, what's the dead end? This way. Nothing there. Where am I? Okay. Wrong way. Put this away. I don't think there's any chests in here. So yeah, when you come back and you're able to mess with all the sluice gates and everything, that's these stuff on the screen. That's these little control towers. They'll open and close all these different gates and change the water levels, and it's not fun. Every Final Fantasy game's got to have that one spot where you're like, And now we get to fight another boss. Oh, that boss would be Firemane, which is weak to water, and basically it's going to absorb fires. Don't use that. As far as I know, you're not even able to pick up Blizzard before this point in the game, so you just gotta beat it the old-fashioned way. But what you can do to make things better is go into the water. So we're gonna run away. Okay, go fleeing. Come over here. Bring him into the water. Or her, I suppose. And then things will work out a lot better for you. Most things have 3 different things you can steal from them. And in this case we got the garbage. If I can change Fran's Gambits because I don't need her stealing anymore. Because it's done. Attack any foe. Just turn that off. There we go. Nothing to steal. So yeah, there's other than staying in the water and just beating it down, there's really not much to do. It'll do a crazy attack at some point. You just heal. It doesn't do a lot of its other, like casting fire attacks while it's in the water, so that's nice. Back over here, people. It'll only do that when it's not standing in the water. You saw it teleported over to the dry ground before it did it. What is she doing? Why is she not curing? She should be curing that poison. I don't know why she's not. I think. Does she have that? No, she doesn't. Never mind. Maybe I could throw her a antidote, I suppose. Chop Suey is super speed. And I just finish it off. That's gonna hurt because 2 of us are standing on dry ground. Oops. No. Oh, I think we got it before I was able to do it. Sweet. And it ran off somewhere else.
Stand where you are.
Now's not the time.
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
These people have done nothing. Release them.
What are you doing?
Don't interrupt me. I'm thinking. Wait!
Where'd
He
you
didn't
think
know
you
what he
were
was
going?
doing. You have to let him go. You have to.
Penelo! Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
That's enough!
Ah!
Leave him
What the-
alone.
Hold on to this for me, would you? Just until I bring Vaughn back.
On your feet, you, over here!
All right, all right. Edgy, aren't we?
It's Balthier, my brother. What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
I brought you some of those flowers you like. Galbana lilies. Remember? You always said how they smelled nice and how pretty they were. Remember? The king. Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Bosch must have tricked you into it.
You're awake?
Where are we?
Prison, where else? More a dungeon, but it's really all the same. Relax, it's just a corpse. Jump at every little thing down here and you'll wear yourself out. It's not even a proper dungeon. They just sealed off the bottom level of the fortress. Take a look around. We're not the first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
She's off trying to find us a way out. Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice. This is all the water we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
Alrighty, so I guess it wouldn't be Final Fantasy unless you get thrown in jail at least once, right? There's not really anything here. I mean, there's some treasure chests you can pick up. Garbage. Well, okay, not garbage if you know how to use them. You can get a bazillion knots of rust. No, did I level it up? Anyway, you get a bazillion knots of rust by wearing the diamond armlet and opening chests that you're not meant to open while wearing the diamond armlet. So, if you want those, there's a real easy way to get them. Just check all the things, just because. Nothing really to do, so just go ahead and go to the save point and continue on. Oh, be able to leave easily, dude. You told me that lasts like 5 save points. I got it. I got it.
No, don't! He was defenseless.
You disagree.
Something stinks in here, all right? I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty. I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now? You all right, Vaughn?
Okay, so we got a little fight here. You can try and steal from him if you want. You would really only get like potions or something. That's not really worth it. Just beat him down and be done with it. Yay.
That's a face one back.
Not faces I'd seen before.
Overall, ready?
No one in the pit.
Great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Through the oubliette, there's a way out. Only...
Only you sense the mist. Then we'll need weapons.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
A judge.
Judge?
The self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial Army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What are they doing here?
The Emperor is willing to overlook race for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct? Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Watchy, that way.
It's going this way.
What's that?
Time for the hare to follow the fox.
Huh?
The magics binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this
What's
place?
wrong? You don't trust her? Fiera's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
With that description in the video, I just grabbed their equipment.
Look.
Anyway,
Ah, the prison repository of rested relics and raiments.
So, our things are in here?
That's what I said.
yeah, we got our stuff. So yeah, that description and the way he acted, that dude is basically Darth Vader. Like, he's not actually the commander, but yeah, he totally is. Just slow this down so I don't bounce all over everything. So in this room where you found your equipment, there's also a ton of treasure to pick up, which you definitely should. Alright, so that armlet, that's what I'm wearing. It's not bad. Slightly raised max hit points. That ring makes you immune to poison and sap, which is cool, at half damage from ice. You don't have to worry about ice too much right now. Maybe will later. Poison and sap are annoying, especially sap. Sap is really bad. I'll put that on him. Continue on, I suppose. I better save it. So I don't know if they meant for you to sneak through this room or what the deal is. There's a couple chests you can pick up. But I do want to just kill everything in the room because XP's.
There are more turnkeys than cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
How about no? So we're just gonna beat all these dudes up. Plus, they're all the same enemy type, so eventually the chain will go up, which is pretty cool. Where that one is that he's trying to get to. Top of the stairs somewhere. I need that so I can see better. Right, go here. Go to this dead end, there's nothing. I swear I remember where everything is. No, I totally don't. Yeah, definitely kill the magic user. Guy. The enemy magic users in this game tend to cast Cure and various buffs like Protect or whatever that just make the whole fight annoying. Got a silk shirt from up there, which I think is light armor 1 or something. It's not bad. Not good, not bad. A lot of the light armors, though, maybe later in the game, like they don't offer much protection because, you know, light armor, but they do something cool. Like they'll have immunities to something, or they'll seriously boost your magic or something like that. There's a reason for using, you know, the trade-off. There's a chest. Might want to slow that down to 2. It's really hard to get around these hallways on 4. Keep running into everything. Nothing there. Alright, so then we will go... Where will we go? This way? Is that the way through? Nope. Alright, well now I'm confused. Oh, I think it's that little weird thing in the middle. There you go. Yeah, so I could get what Balthier was saying with getting them to open the door for us, but we didn't, like, trick them into it. I mean, dude was leaving, so they opened the door.
You have grown very thin, Bosch. Less than a shadow. Less than a man. Sentenced to death, and yet you live? Why?
To silence Hondor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vayne himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be? Such a faithful hound to cling so to a fallen kingdom.
Better than throwing it away.
Throwing it away, as you threw away our homeland?
Who's there?
This the place?
The mist is flowing through this room. It must be going somewhere.
You
You know Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be Kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear it.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died, every single one. Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet! The guards will hear.
I'm dropping it.
Pirates without a sky. Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Okay, so the Barnheim Passage here is not a terribly short section, and there's some cool stuff to be done afterwards. So I think maybe we'll just call it here, and then pick it up later. So, of course, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.